Our film begins with Dallas, a beautiful and ambitious girl dreaming of becoming a professional dancer as her brothers are off at school. She meets her close friend Gabby and they talk about how they need to do something super cool this year at school. Meanwhile, a confident boy named Drayton rides by on his Chinese scooter, capturing attention with his charisma and handsome looks. Later in class, the teacher starts taking attendance, and that's when Drayton, the school heartthrob, walks in with his charm to catch the lesson just in time, quickly winning everyone over with his appeal. Drayton isn't just popular, he's also a talented football player aspiring to get into a prestigious sports program. Drayton sits next to Gabby, and the teacher asks her opinion about the story of Romeo and Juliet. She responds that she finds it cliché and superficial since their love wasn't real, and they both died in the end. When the teacher asks Drayton, he says he thinks it's a really cool story, which doesn't sit well with Dallas. Meanwhile, Drayton's father has a meeting with Nathan, the football coach at the school, and Dallas's older brother. Drayton's father insists that his son is working hard to secure a spot in the Waco program, a stepping stone to the university Drayton desires. He asks Nathan to guide him more, but Nathan advises considering alternative plans in case things don't go as expected. Nevertheless, Drayton's father is adamant that Waco is the only goal for his son. We then move to the cheerleaders, including Dallas, as they participate in some fantastic celebrations. On another side, Drayton is practicing with his friends in the same place, and Nathan tells him, "Your dad spoke to me today, bro, but don't worry." By chance, Drayton kicks a football towards Dallas, and to everyone's surprise, she catches it effortlessly, showing quick and impressive reflexes. Drayton is intrigued by her, but his friend Clee tells him that Dallas is a dancer, an artist, and talented, but also Nathan's little sister, making her seem unattainable. Drayton thinks, "Wow, she's exactly my type." The handsome fit boys continue their training, and Coach Nathan encourages them before asking Drayton to meet him in his office. In the office, Nathan advises Drayton to consider other options alongside his dream of getting into Waco because he sees him as talented in sports. Drayton responds that his dad wants him to get into that particular university, to which Nathan asks, "But is that your dream?" However, Drayton doesn't take the advice seriously, and as he leaves, Nathan warns him to be careful, recalling how he used to be like Drayton when he was younger. Sometimes school fame can be distracting. Nathan adds, "Anyway, if you ever want to talk, I'm here." In the school parking lot, Drayton encounters Dallas again and seizes the opportunity to apologize for what happened earlier. As his friend Chase throws a football at him, and Drayton, while running to catch it, accidentally bumps into Dallas's car, breaking the mirror. Dallas is shocked about her car, and Drayton feels guilty as he apologizes again. Gabby arrives concerned, and Drayton's brother, who has a crush on Gabby, offers to give them a ride to their destination. Later, we see Dallas and her friends at the dance studio practicing for her upcoming audition at the California Institute of the Arts, CalArts. She pours all her energy into her routine, determined to perfect every move. When the practice session ends, her coach Alicia gives her important advice. Alicia tells Dallas that although her technique is strong, she needs to add more emotion and passion to her dancing if she truly wants to stand out and secure a spot in the CalArts program. Alicia also offers to help by reaching out to her contacts at CalArts, but Dallas is determined to succeed without help. Alicia remarks, "Wow, you're just like your mom." She advises her to try to listen to her advice and add more feeling and romance to her dance. After Alicia leaves, Dallas locks up the studio and heads home. She spent some time talking with her older brother Nathan about her day. Dallas began to cry to her brother that the school doesn't like her dancing, even though she is a very skilled dancer. Her supportive brother, who is an expert in sports, started giving her some valuable advice, which seemed to impress the ambitious, spirited Dallas. Their conversation was great, but it was interrupted when the doorbell rang. When Dallas opened the door, she found Drayton standing there. He had come to apologize for the damage to her car and handed her money to fix it. Dallas hesitated for a moment, but eventually accepted the money and told him, "See you at school," then closed the door in his face. This simple gesture broke the ice between them, starting a new friendship. At school, Dallas met up with her best friend, Gabby, who seemed to be getting closer to Drayton's younger brother, Josh. It was clear that something was developing between them. Dallas was surprised at how quickly the relationship between the two had progressed. Due to this new friendship, Dallas found herself joining Drayton and his brother's group during lunch. During their conversation, Drayton casually invited Dallas to a party he was hosting. However, Dallas politely declined, saying she needed to practice in the dance studio, but Drayton playfully wished her a happy dance. Later, Gabby teased Dallas, asking if she had any feelings for Drayton, but Dallas quickly denied the idea, saying he was just a flirt who hit on every girl he met. She described him as arrogant, thinking all girls loved him. Gabby then asked if Dallas would agree if a charming, handsome athlete like Drayton proposed to her. Dallas firmly replied that she wouldn't, saying she looked better on her own. Gabby mentioned that Josh had invited her to the party and convinced Dallas to come along, emphasizing that she needed Dallas there to get closer to Drayton's brother. Later, Dallas was seen dancing with grace and agility, but her coach still wasn't satisfied and told her to let herself go and love the dance more. She encouraged Dallas to relax and stop overthinking. Dallas replied that she already had plans for the night. At the party, Dallas left Gabby and Josh to their own devices. By chance, she bumped into Drayton, who tried to flirt with her, complimenting how beautiful she looked. However, Dallas, being strong-willed, dismissed him and walked away. She sat on a couch and Drayton joined her, remarking that everyone there was happy except her, calling her miserable. Boldly, he asked if they could go out on a date, but she refused, saying she wasn't interested. Although she acknowledged that he was attractive and popular, she told him he was too arrogant for her to consider dating him. Drayton then challenged her to a game, saying if he won, she would have to go on a date with him, but if he lost, he would leave her alone. When they played, Dallas proved her strength and beat him, leaving while telling him, "Good luck, Drayton." He tried to stop her and persuade her, but she walked away. To her surprise, another girl who liked Drayton approached him and started talking to him, making Dallas feel jealous. She sat aside, sipping a drink, feeling awkward. Gabby then informed Dallas that she was going out with Josh for a late snack and wouldn't be able to give her a ride home. Feeling slightly tipsy, Dallas decided to walk home alone. On her way, Drayton showed up on his motorcycle and offered her a ride. After some hesitation, she agreed. Instead of taking her straight home, Drayton brought her to his house, where she ended up sleeping on the couch for the night. The next morning, Dallas woke up to find she had spent the night at Drayton's house. Feeling embarrassed, she got ready to leave, but as she was about to go, she overheard an argument between Drayton and his father. His father was upset, telling him to stop wasting his time on parties and focus on his dream of getting into Waco. Drayton responded, saying it was just a quick party to relax. This tense conversation made Dallas realize the pressures Drayton was under. Then Drayton's mom arrived, and as Dallas was about to leave, she tried to explain that nothing happened between them. Later, we see Dallas chatting with her friend Gabby, sharing some light-hearted girl talk. Gabby started to sense that Dallas might be interested in Drayton because she kept asking about him. Gabby suggested Dallas wear red to make Drayton fall for her. On the day of the game, the football team and the cheerleaders were heading out together. Nathan, Dallas's brother, informed Drayton that scouts were coming to watch the match, and a stellar performance could land him a contract and change his future in the sport. Meanwhile, Gabby encouraged Dallas to give Drayton a chance and suggested she dress nicely if he asked her out. During this time, one of the cheerleaders asked Dallas to switch places, which led her to sit next to Drayton, an intentional move by Drayton to have Dallas nearby. They chatted lightly, easing the tension between them. The game was intense, and Nathan's team performed exceptionally well, leading to a big win and a celebratory party. While Gabby was talking to Dallas, she confirmed that Drayton wanted to go out with her, but Dallas insisted she was focused on her audition and couldn't waste time on post-match parties. Gabby, sensing Dallas's hesitation, left her to her thoughts. Dallas went to the vending machine to get a moment of peace. Drayton found her there and asked if she wanted to do something fun with him. This time, Dallas agreed, remembering Gabby's advice. She wore the dress Gabby gave her and went out with Drayton. During their ride, they had a nice chat, with Dallas jokingly warning Drayton not to take her to a nightclub, fearing her brother's reaction. Drayton reassured her, saying he wasn't into that kind of scene. However, he did take her to a nightclub, and when Dallas heard the salsa music, she couldn't resist dancing. She pulled Drayton onto the dance floor, and they shared a wonderful night of dancing, deepening their connection. Back home, Nathan caught them sneaking in and was furious that they had gone out without telling anyone. Things escalated when the school principal got involved, summoning Nathan and Drayton's parents to a meeting. The principal sternly informed them that Dallas and Drayton were suspended for a week. Despite their efforts to apologize and calm the principal down, he remained firm in his decision. After school, Drayton tried to apologize to Dallas, but his father intervened, commanding him to get in the car and not utter a word. Dallas, on the other hand, attempted to apologize to her brother. Nathan, while forgiving, warned her against making such mistakes again, emphasizing the importance of protecting her dignity and the family's honor. He reminded her that their parents had entrusted him with her safety. Dallas apologized again, and the two reminisced about their childhood memories and the happy times they shared as a family, expressing how much they missed those days. Later, we see Dallas practicing in the dance studio with her coach. Drayton showed up at the studio to apologize for not standing by her during the principal's meeting. While they were talking, Coach Alicia noticed the emotional tension between them. She suggested they dance together and use the movements to express their feelings. Drayton told the coach, "I'm not a dancer," but she replied, "Everybody's a dancer." At first, Dallas was hesitant, but she agreed. As they danced, something changed. Alicia was thrilled to see Dallas finally channeling her emotions into her performance, telling her that this passion would surely secure her a spot at CalArts. Drayton tried to comfort Dallas and apologized multiple times, and she accepted his apology, assuring him that everything was fine between them. He asked her how her solo projects were going, and she replied, "Terrible, bro. I need to film a video of myself dancing and master some moves to get accepted into that university." Drayton asked if she had visited the college yet, and when she said no, he exclaimed, "What? How have you not seen your dream college yet?" He suggested they take advantage of the suspension and travel to California to visit CalArts themselves as a way to make up for his past actions. Dallas loved the idea and was excited to see her dream school in person. In California, Dallas toured the campus, imagining herself studying there one day. The experience felt like a dream, strengthening her determination to achieve her goals. Later, at the hotel, they relaxed by the pool, enjoying some quality time. That evening, they played Truth or Dare. Drayton asked about her past, and she shared, "Mama was a renowned dancer, very skilled. I loved her and Dad a lot, but after their passing, I was emotionally shattered. My brother helped me move on, which is why I never want to upset him. Plus, I want to get into the university because Mom went there, and I feel like I'll be with her when I join." The game took a romantic turn, leading to tender moments, but Dallas stopped before things went further, feeling uncertain. She told him, "Let's just be friends." The next morning, her brother called to check in, asking about Drayton. She reassured him, "Don't worry, your sister is doing great, and Drayton is just a friend. Your sister will always stay free." After hanging up, Drayton tried to ask her out once they returned home, but Dallas kept avoiding him. Drayton began to feel that he wasn't her type and grew sad. Back home, Gabby talked to Dallas, saying, "What are you doing? You're going to lose the guy." Dallas admitted, "Yes, he's handsome, hard-working, amazing, and poetic. Yes, I rejected him, but I love him." Gabby told her it was clear she had feelings for him and shouldn't let a real chance slip away. Finally, Dallas mustered the courage to meet Drayton at night and confessed her feelings. She admitted, "Look, bro, I'm nervous and confused about myself. The things you do make me hesitant to be with you." Drayton responded, "Listen, I'm really into you. It's either you're in or out." She replied, "I'm in, bro." They officially started a relationship, enjoying wonderful times together. One day, while sitting on the couch, Dallas noticed a tattoo on Drayton's arm and asked about it. He explained it was for his twin sister, Abigail. Dallas comforted him, saying, "I'm so sorry, bro." And he began sharing her story. He revealed they had been very close until one day, at a birthday party before their father adopted Josh, Abigail mysteriously disappeared. When they were 8 years old, Abby had left the house unnoticed during the party, and despite all efforts to find her, there had been no trace of her since. You never know. Maybe a suspicious car in the area kidnapped her or something. Imagine, dear viewer, if Dallas turns out to be his sister in the end. Wow, that would be a truly shocking twist. Drayton shared with Dallas how deeply this loss had affected him. Dallas listened quietly, offering her support, and Drayton thanked her for being in his life. Drayton continued talking about his father, who was always overprotective and constantly worried about them, which made things quite tense. Dallas was moved by his words and told him that his father was just like a clownfish trying to protect him, quoting from Finding Nemo. A few days later, Drayton invited Dallas, Nathan, Gabby, and Josh to his birthday party. During lunch, the atmosphere grew tense when Drayton's father started talking about his plans for Waco again. The surprise came when Drayton said he was considering other options and might apply to USC in California instead. This enraged his father, who blamed Dallas for influencing him. The argument escalated, and Dallas felt extremely upset, deciding to leave the party. Drayton ran after her to apologize, but she told him they needed to break up. She believed it was the best decision for both of them, even though it was difficult for her. After the breakup, Dallas withdrew from everyone around her. She avoided Gabby and spent most of her time alone, lost in thought. One day, Gabby visited her at the dance studio and gently confronted her. She told Dallas it wasn't fair to shut out the people who cared about her. Gabby's words deeply resonated with Dallas, and she broke down in tears. Later at home, Dallas opened up to Nathan about her feelings and everything she was going through. Nathan comforted her and surprised her by suggesting that he personally take her to the Cal Arts audition instead of sending a video. He also revealed that he had been saving money all year to make this happen. This support touched Dallas deeply and reignited her enthusiasm as she started preparing for the big day. Meanwhile, Drayton decided to have a heartfelt conversation with his father for the first time. He opened up about the pressures he had been under and told him that he wanted to make decisions that would bring him happiness. His father finally understood his perspective and agreed to support his choices. Dallas finally got her chance at the Cal Arts audition, and her performance was so impressive that it left the judges in awe. Her passion, emotions, and perfect technique secured her a place at her dream school. Overjoyed, she returned home to share the good news with Alicia and Gabby, who were extremely proud of her accomplishments. Feeling a mix of excitement and nostalgia, Dallas decided it was time to talk to Drayton. She met him and confessed her love for him, and they decided to cherish every moment together before embarking on their new journeys. At the same time, Drayton received great news too. He had signed a contract with a professional football team. His family, especially his father, was thrilled and finally felt at peace with the decisions he had made. The day of departure arrived, and Dallas had to leave for Cal Arts. She bid farewell to Nathan, who had been her rock throughout the journey, and to Drayton, who promised her that he would always have her back. At Cal Arts, Dallas quickly adapted and began exploring her new world. As she was heading back to her room after her first day, she heard someone calling her name. When she turned around, she saw a football coming her way and instinctively caught it. Looking up, she saw Drayton wearing a UFC t-shirt and smiling. Dallas ran to him and hugged him, overjoyed. Drayton told her he had chosen to come and kept it a secret to surprise her. The two shared a genuine romantic moment, ready to face their new adventures together. Oh, wow, now that's what you call a real lesson of a story.